Hello and welcome. This is Isabella A Greene with my video blog. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for listening. Today we're going to talk about a very important part of our human experience on Earth, and that is sexuality. Not specifically the sex itself, but how sexuality and intimacy with others affects our energy fields and affects our reality. There's a lot of that information now online. I'm just going to give you an overview of various aspects that frequently come up in my work with clients and also in my own personal life, the stuff that I have observed. So I want to share that with you. There's a lot of thinking here in spiritual community that it is important to abstain. I get these questions all the time from clients, if they need to abstain, if they need to stop having sexual interactions with people to deepen their spiritual journey. I would say that it is only important if your sex drive is running your life. If you have no control over your sex drive, then yes, I would recommend abstaining, because every time you interact with partners, especially multiple partners, you're taking on their energy, and this is what we're going to talk about later in this video. So to gain control over that drive, over that desire, so they can apply that energy in the new evolved manner, you would need to refrain from interactions with other people and learn how to control it within your own self. However, if you're already in a relationship or you're already in a love and partnership, then you can learn that as a couple. You can learn that to do that stuff together. So abstaining is not required. I am not of the school of thought that sexuality is bad. It is very well promoted in conventional religions that sexuality is bad, but sexuality actually opens us up to incredible spiritual experiences. That's a gateway into other realms if you know what you're doing. And when it starts from the heart, then it's a whole different experience. So we're talking now about loving in 5D. We're evolving as the species, and every part of us has to evolve. So if you shut down your lower centers and you shut down the whole sex drive, then you're very much depriving yourself. You're very much interrupting the flow of energy in your reality. It is about learning how to do it differently in this day and time, because look how much we're learning, look how much we're evolving, look how much consciousness is evolving. Sexuality is very much a part of a human experience, and so getting as much information on what it is to love in 5D, that's what I recommend, versus just shutting that down altogether, which is not possible. It's going to happen, it's going to come out one way or another. So as evolving species, what are we observing? We now know that we're all energy, and sexual interactions are very much an energy exchange. How does that play out, right? We know that the universe is always moves towards balance. If something is out of balance, the universe, like the natural movement of energy is towards balance. So if you, let's just say, if you are really high frequency, how does your day look? You come out of your house, all lights are green, there's a parking spot for you, you always find that exactly thing that you're looking for in the store, and they're all sold out, but there's just that one left just for you, right? And your days just roll with ease. You think about something, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have that, and bam, it happens right there, right? So that's the high frequency reality. But let's just imagine that you got attracted to someone who is not on the same frequency, who is probably on a little bit of a lower frequency. Let me pause here and bring something to you, which I recently channeled actually, I think, during one of the sessions. Why do we get attracted to people who are of the lower frequency than us? Why do we get attracted? Why do women do so much service for people who are in a different frequency category altogether? The thought that came in, and it feels right to me, so I'm just going to share that with you. I believe that we could not use our abilities as service before consciously. We could not really have the practices that are now blooming all over, the healing practices that we're doing. We did not have the opportunities that we have now to have clients to heal through energy and through consciousness and through sharing the new knowledge, right? It's a pretty new whole category of jobs that is coming up and developing now. We didn't have these abilities or opportunities in the past. So I think the universe had it arranged, or our higher selves had it arranged, that our service went through love. It is still through love, but now you call them clients. They come to you and you open your heart and you work with people who need help and they pay you, and it's a service exchange. It's clear, right? But in the past days, we didn't have these jobs. And we didn't really know that we were here doing service for people. So the big hook was that attraction. So your clients were your lovers. This might sound really strange, but meaning that people who needed your help came to you, and you were attracted to them because you had something to offer them. You had service to offer them, the upgrading service to offer them. And for you to stay there, you had to be attracted to them. The same thing worked through friendships as well. I know this is how I started because my practice pretty much started with friends. You know, all friendships were, now looking back, it's now it's called clients. You know, all friendships were service back in the day. All love affairs were service back in the day, you know. So, but now we're in the reality where we can actually call it practice and separate love affairs from service. It doesn't mean that you don't grow together. It doesn't mean that you don't assist each other in your evolution. You definitely do, but it is not the main reason why you are together with that person. So that said, let's return back to high frequency meets lower frequency. What happens? They get intimate, and then the person who always has the green light and always has the parking spots and always whose reality flows with great ease and great luck, which we know now luck is just frequency, right? Alignment. You have, let's look at this scenario. So you get intimate with someone who you're attracted to, and they happen to be on a different frequency than yourself. Maybe it was good, maybe it was not that great, maybe, you know, like you had, it doesn't matter how the actual sexual interaction went. You come out of that experience, you get in your car, all lights are red. There's no parking spot. Things just are not aligning. And you go, and this is not my reality. What happened here? Why am I experiencing this? People, you're used to people smiling at you at stores, and you have such easy flowing interaction with people. All of a sudden, people are angry, and you're observing angry people around you. Did you just sleep with an angry person? What happened here was the energy is seeking balance. So you got pulled down, and that person got pulled up. So they might be experiencing a little bit of a better day than usual. But you, if you're awake and clear and conscious, you would observe that your reality got affected. Your reality changed. How to deal with it? Well, it's up to you. Here's another symptom that We all hear that sex is great for your immune system. Well, it's only great for your immune system if you're sleeping with someone of higher frequency than yourself, or of the similar frequency than yourself. If your partner's frequency is much lower than yours, you're gonna wake up sick. That's where the UTIs come from. That's where the feminine discomfort and problems for women come from. That's also, you might wake up with the flu the next day or day after. You feel awful. You feel like you got run over by a Mack truck. That's a lower frequency sex for you right there. And there's no room for blame game. You chose that partner. What you can do, if you really insist on staying with that person if you've started observing this over and over, and like, oh my God, every time you're intimate with them, your reality is falling apart, you know what, you might want to consider moving on. But if for some reason you really like that person and you decided that, no, I want to deal with this, invite them to work on on bringing their frequency up through practices, through food, through meditations, through yoga, through whatever. If they are open, then in the long term this could work, but it's going to take you some time of dealing with symptoms of lowering your frequency. So that's the state of the affairs nowadays. And we know that when two people of the same frequency, of high frequency, come together, you get the opposite effect. Oh my God, you actually observe that your reality got even better. Oh my God, like I've observed that myself, that right during the intimacy, all of a sudden you're getting those emails you were waiting for, the phone calls, the money comes in, the clients call, you come out of your bedroom and there's this whole tray of gifts that fell from the sky while you were disconnected from that reality and fully immersed in interaction with someone who is of the same frequency or higher. What I'm saying here is, it is important to watch that balance. It is important to go with partners who are closer to your frequency, so that your reality doesn't rock so much. There's that saying, never sleep with someone you don't want to be. This makes a lot of sense. So, because it's an energy exchange, it's an energy exchange. It's you merge in the fields. That's the main thing that sexuality does. You merge in the fields. It's not just like bodies rubbing together. There is a much bigger picture that's happening here. And yes, you can travel realms through pleasure. You can bring yourself and your partner into a whole different experience of sexuality, where you're opening portals, where your love is so strong, and while it's expressed through your physical bodies, it affects the grid of the planet. It's a healing tool, not only for you two as partners, but also for the entire planet, for the entire humanity. You feed in mass consciousness with the power of that love when it starts from the heart. When the energy is moved from the lower centers into the heart, and then you can come out of your body and fly. And your reality gets better and your health gets better, and it's all true. You just need to watch what's driving you towards specific partners. I think this is going to be it for today. I thank you for listening. I hope this is helpful for you. Lots of love. I'll see you in space. Namaste.